We're here at Central Educational Center at Coweta Works, a huge career expo for all 8th graders in Coweta County. I'm here with Justin Austin from Cancer Treatment Centers of America, Director of all Oncology.
Oncology centers, yes sir.
Yeah. Justin has a background in pharmacy, is that right?
That is correct,
Yeah,
yes.
so a PharmD.
That's correct.
Justin, you've been with Cancer Treatment Centers for how long now?
About 4.5 years.
4.5 years. What your role as director? Talk about that. What do you do in that role?
As the director of the oncology centers, we work with all of our oncologists, so our medical oncologists and our specialty providers, and then all of the support staff that they have. And our goal is really just to take care of the patients that come in. And so we have patients that come from all over the world, and they come here and seeking care. And so we do our very best, and we really support our providers to do everything they can to provide the best care for those patients.
Justin, not only do you support your patients, but you support your community. We appreciate you and your team being here for Coweta Works. Talk about the team that you've got here from CTCA, what you've experienced having all these 8th graders come and take a look at what you do at CTCA.
Well, what we have today is we have a group of folks from CTCA, and what we tried to do is just really provide some good hands-on experience for them, something that they can touch, feel, something they can walk away and remember.
For those 8th graders.
For the 8th graders, yeah, exactly. And so we brought a variety of experiences for them to just kind of interact with. And it's been encouraging and fun hearing the 8th graders and their stories and what do they want to do when they grow up. And kind of, we had some where we are sterile gowning and dressing these kids up, and they're having fun dressing up and taking pictures, and they started calling the mask swag mask. Yeah, so putting a mask on was swag, and they said it was lit, and they were having a blast getting dressed up. So
lit meaning legitimate, cool.
Hey,
yeah,
your guess is as good as mine.
There you go.
But it was positive, so I'm going with it.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Justin, what does CTCA get out of an event like this? Why do you get so engaged in this community?
Well, we are in the community, and so we want to do everything we can to participate and be a part of the community. Yeah. And we live in the community as well. And so in a couple of years, these will be my kids coming through here. And so I want to do everything I can to help provide a really good experience and do whatever we can to give back and inspire this next generation. We got a lot of really bright kids coming through here, and so they're big dreams, and we want to whatever we can to help facilitate that and help them dream big and achieve it. We're here for them.
Justin Austin and your CTCA team, we really appreciate what you're doing these last 2 days and what you do every day in Coweta County. Thank you so much.
Our pleasure. Thank you, sir.
Dr. Rob Stevens, Healthy Life Chiropractic, thank you for being part of this event.
Well, it's wonderful. It's been such a great event. All the kids coming through, asking questions, obviously all the different areas they have here that represents the different potential jobs that you can get, different types of things that are available. I know that wasn't something I had at this age. I have children that are approaching this age as well, and they would have no clue as to what your real choices are, whether obviously this area with healthcare or the other agricultural areas, the construction. There's so many different things that you can do, as well as in just this great facility as they're able to see some of the other vocations that are out there. So it's really been a really wonderful experience.
We really appreciate you being part of it. You got to tell us a couple of the favorite questions that you're getting from the nearly 1,900 8th graders who are circulating through Coweta Works.
Well, being a chiropractor, and a lot of the kids aren't as familiar with what we do, you get a lot of questions about the spine. Number one, they look, hey, is the spine real, and things like that, and educating them about, no, it's just a model. But nonetheless, scoliosis comes up a lot. We're talking to kids about how to wear backpacks. That's such a big thing in postural stress that kids are getting these days, as far as not only the weight of the backpack, but really how to wear them, and just generalities and related to kids on their cell phones and kids on tablets and computers and things like that, where they're in a forward posture and the stress that places on their body. So they've been real welcoming and listening to some of that information, and hopefully they gives them some value when they're done.
Dr. Rob Stevens, Healthy Life Chiropractic, thanks for being a part of Coweta Works.
Oh, my pleasure.
Great.
Thank you.
Take care. We're at HealthSouth Rehabilitation's exhibit here at Coweta Works. Kent Buchanan is here. Kent, you've got your team here with Renee.
Correct. Thank you.
Renee, thanks for being part of this.
Thank you for inviting us. It's been a real good experience for the kids.
Great, great. Kent, what HealthSouth is involved with this? What are you doing here? What's your exhibit? What are kids asking you about rehabilitation, about physical therapy? What are they asking you?
Well, my hat is off to these children. They are inquisitive, they're interested, and they're very curious about what the opportunities are for their career pathway. HealthSouth Rehabilitation Hospital is proud to be the only rehabilitation hospital in the area providing unique acute rehab care to our patients. This may be brain-injured patients, spinal cord, something like a stroke. And these children are very interested. What are the various career options? Could be a nurse, physical therapist, physician, pharmacist. There are many opportunities, and they're very good about exploring what does it take? Where do I need to go next? And so it's been a lot of fun working with these smart children.
Listen, we appreciate HealthSouth being a part of this. Thank you for the work that y'all have done during these last couple of days. You've seen over 1,900 eighth graders in Coweta County. I know you're ready for some rest.
You know, it's actually kind of energizing to be with them because they're so excited, and it makes me excited that they are being exposed to things that they may not be able to ever see again. And it gives them some ideas of different career opportunities that they may have never thought of. So it's been fun.
Thank you, HealthSouth. We're here with the Executive Director of Piedmont Noonan Hospital, Vicki Kaiser. Vicki, thanks for being part of this.
Thank you. Oh, it's our honor. We're having such a great time here. Yesterday and today, we've had a lot of great conversations with students. We've got to talk about salaries and the different kinds of healthcare professions and the needs with all these professions. So we've had a really good time. Enjoy it.
Vicki, you got to let us get a shot on the back of the shirt that you're wearing.
Oh, okay.
It says World Leader. Vicki, what's a world leader in Coweta Works?
Sure. So as world leader, I'm responsible, I'm world leader for healthcare, so I'm responsible for kind of pulling the team together that was going to represent the healthcare world. So today we have, Cancer Treatment Centers of America, we have the Piedmont crew here, Healthy Life Chiropractic, Affinis Hospice, and then a couple others here. We have a really good team. So basically, I'm responsible for communication, pulling everyone together, helping them understand what the expectations are for the event, and just making sure they're getting what they need to carry out what we're doing here.
Vicki, you've got a great team from Piedmont Noonan.
Yes.
And you've got a lot of things interactive going on. Talk about your team from Piedmont Noonan and some of the opportunities that eighth graders are getting to interact with things related to healthcare.
Right. So we have a great group of folks here today. We have physical therapies here, so they are doing demonstrations on what it's like to have a stroke. So we have several pairs of glasses that show kind of what a stroke patient sees when they're visually impaired. Also have respiratory therapy here today. They're showing kids on a dummy what it's like to what we call intubate a patient. So put a breathing tube down that person's neck and how to bag them and breathe for them. We have educations here with our CPR dummies. So we're showing them what it feels like to actually do CPR on a human being and kind of the timing of it. We have women's services here. They've got a lady's physique that's pregnant, so we show what the placenta looks like and kind of what the birthing process looks like. And then we have a 25-week-old preemie baby, not real obviously, but a little dummy baby that just blows your mind. These kids don't realize how small these babies are when they're born, and so we have lots of great hands-on opportunities here for our eighth graders here today.
Vicki, all related to services and careers that young people could be part of here in Coweta County with Piedmont Noonan Hospital.
Absolutely. One of the things we have is we have a spin the wheel. So we have the kids guess the salary, starting salary right out of college for a respiratory therapist, physical therapist, pharmacist, and nurse. To help them understand that there are really good careers in healthcare. So we've gotten lots of good questions. And by the way, you can go to our website right now, and we're hiring for every one of these disciplines. So there is a real need for these kids to, understand the careers that are available, and hopefully we'll motivate them to choose this course, and hopefully they'll come to work for Piedmont someday.
Vicki, last I checked, the growth in healthcare jobs, the growth in manufacturing jobs in our community has been raising the average salary in Coweta County. Healthcare jobs pay well.
Absolutely. We have a list over here. Starting salary for a pharmacist is $125,000. For labor and delivery nurse, is the industry standard is about $83,000 for nursing. I mean, these are really good salaries. So we're happy to have the opportunity to get this information out.
Vicki, thanks for Piedmont Noonan being so engaged in our community. Thank you for being a world leader, for pulling your Piedmont Noonan team and all the other healthcare teams together here today at Coweta Works.
My honor. We have great teams, so we're looking forward to doing it again next year.
We're here with Shelby Tidwell, practice manager for Dogwood Veterinary Hospital. Shelby, thanks so much for being part of Coweta Works.
Thank you for having us. It's been a great time. I think the kids have really enjoyed it. They loved the dogs here this morning, especially. But yeah, I think this is a great opportunity for the kids in this county to really get to explore hands-on, and really hone in on what they might like to take in 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th grade. So.
Shelby, what are the kinds of questions that the 1,900 8th graders who've been through this exhibit, what are the kinds of questions that they're asking you?
How much am I going to make? How long does it take to become a veterinarian or to become a veterinary assistant? Do we love our job? Things like that.
Shelby, you all have been a great partner with Central Educational Center already in work-based learning opportunities. Will it help young people to understand whether veterinary careers are in the offing for them if they have an internship with you while they're in high school? Is that a good experience for someone?
Yes, definitely. We've had several students come and realize that it wasn't for them, and we've had several students come and realize that yes, this is definitely the profession that they want to, pursue. So I welcome anybody that wants to come to Dogwood Veterinary Hospital and do an internship with us either over the summer or a shadow program. We love teaching kids in this community, so we're very open to that.
Shelby Tidwell, practice manager, Dogwood Veterinary Hospital. Thanks to you and your team for being part of Coweta Works.
Thank you too.
We're here with Bill Zeller, HR Director for Caisson Industries. Bill, thanks to you and Caisson for being part of Coweta Works.
Oh, well, thank you, Mark. We've really enjoyed our time here. I think it's been a great event. We got to meet a lot of 8th graders, and we've had a lot of interest. And so we're really appreciative to having this opportunity.
Bill, I'm not sure that all our viewers understand just how much manufacturing at an advanced level goes on right here in Coweta County.
Yeah, I think that's true. Coweta County has a lot of good manufacturing companies that are here. We all work together. We do compete against each other, but we work together too, basically to continue to grow and build our manufacturing processes here. So.
Bill, Caisson Industries, nearly 100 years old, one of the world's leaders in making the architecture, the metal, the fasteners, the holders that are related to refrigeration equipment. Not sure people know just how much Caisson has done around the globe.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Caisson actually has been in the business. We're going on our 92nd year at this time, and we make commercial hardware for the refrigeration industry that's out there. So.
Bill, you've been part since the start of the very first in America ever German certified apprenticeship program. We started that with your help right here in Coweta County. Talk a little bit about that program, what you think about that, and what we're trying to do in Coweta to get even younger students engaged with advanced manufacturing.
Yes. Well, first of all, when we first heard about the program and the ability to get industrial mechanics and to grow our own industrial mechanics, we thought it was a great idea. And with the help with the CEC and West Georgia Tech and other manufacturers, it's really come to fruition. And we really love the fact that we're bringing in younger employees, bringing them in, training our own so that they can come to work with us. They come into our facilities, they're already climatized to what we're doing, our jobs, what's there, and we're bringing in basically world-class training with them. So,
Bill, what are eighth graders? There have been about 1,900 of them who visited the Coweta Works. What kinds of questions are they asking about manufacturing and about Caisson?
They're asking a lot of different questions as it pertains to the manufacturing process. What can I do if I go to work there? We're really pushing the aspects of quality with the little demonstration that we're holding here and letting them understand that our customers expect a quality product, the same product on a routine basis. And they really, you know, a lot of the eighth graders are very interested in the technology that goes into it. So.
Bill Zeller, Caisson Industries, thanks so much for being a part of Coweta Works.
Thank you very much too, Mark. I appreciate it.
So we're here with Col McKeon, a second-year apprentice in America's first German certified industrial mechanic apprenticeship program that includes students as young as age 15. Col McKeon, thanks for being here with us.
Thank you for letting me come.
Col, you've been talking with a lot of eighth graders who might be very interested in the apprenticeship program. What are the kinds of questions that you hear from eighth graders?
I get questions like, what kind of high school classes are we going to have to take? What kind of college classes are there that we're going to have to take? And, you know, how's the work schedule going to work? And, you know, we also get paid, so they always ask questions, you know, what's the pay like during the years that we're here?
So Col, you are in West Georgia Tech classes. You are at your employer, EGO North America. Talk a little bit about what you're doing in the apprenticeship program.
During the apprenticeship program, I taking classes over at West Georgia Tech, like AC/DC classes and things like that, mechanical drives, and I'm taking that and bringing it into my workplace at EGO North America. What I do is I work on mills and lathes, such as so, and working on building a drill press right now. It's a really great program, still chugging along with my high school classes too, and it's going great.
So Col, by the time you finish high school with your graduating class, you'll be 18, you'll have a high school diploma, nearly an associate degree from West Georgia Tech, German certification that's known around the world. You'll have money in your pocket that EGO has paid to you for being a part of this program, and you'll have a job. Pretty good deal?
Sounds like a great deal to me.
Col, the work that you do as an apprentice at EGO, talk a little bit about EGO's role. Who is EGO North America? Not all of our viewers know who they are. They are a world-class, multinational manufacturer right here in Coweta County.
Yes, EGO makes hot plates for glass top stoves, and under the glass top stoves, what heats up your pots and pans are the heating elements that EGO makes, and they make all the components, and they add ribbon inside, resistance, and it heats up your pots and pans, and everything goes into play in the part, and they sell to LG, Whirlpool, Samsung, and all around the world, so they do a lot of stuff.
Col, number one attraction to you for being part of this apprenticeship program, what sold you on the idea of being part of the very first group ever in America to do this?
You know, something that really caught my eye. The first thing was, you know, that I will be able to go to college, take college course classes, and be close to an associate degree, and I can take that and go wherever I want to. I can grow that associate degree. I'll be 18, graduating, high school diploma, and nearly associate degree. That right there was what caught my eye, and I was like, wow, I will be so much farther than my peers, and not many people get this opportunity, so I took it and I ran with it.
Col McKeon, you've certainly run with it. We appreciate what you're doing. Thank you for being part of Coweta Works.
No, thank you, Mr. Whitlock.
Welcome back to Central Educational Center and Coweta Works. We're here with Daryl Brown, a lineman for Noonan Utilities. Daryl, thanks to you and Noonan Utilities and all your utility partners in Coweta County for being part of Coweta Works.
You're very welcome. Pretty much what we have here is a simulation of a power line, just so the kids can get an idea of what we work with every day, the different things. Of course, most of the things we do is out of a bucket truck, but we have a simulated underground transformer, overhead transformer, and it's a lot of the hands-on stuff as far as the switches. And I will simulate a switch. Pretty much the way we cut power on and off or make the connections is through these fuses right here. Have our gloves on if you want to. But this right here, if you could see the lights on, this will pretty much cut a light off. And same way when you plug it back, the lights will go back on. The kids have a good time with it. They enjoy seeing the lights go on and off, and they enjoy it.
Daryl, you've seen nearly 1,900 eighth graders who've been a part of this huge career expo. What do you think about this? What are the kinds of questions that eighth graders are asking?
Believe it or not, they want to know how much money we make. And so there's we do the average, pretty much for the linemen all over the United States. We tell them the average, they've asked a lot of questions about, how it works from the top to the bottom coming out, but they've had a lot of good questions. It's been fun. 1,900 something eighth graders it's been a lot. It's more than I thought it would be. So.
Daryl, technology in your industry keeps changing. Can you talk a little bit about how rapidly your job has changed over the years in the lineman area, or just linemen in general? How's the technology changing? Is it changing rapidly?
Definitely. We have a shortage, to me, of linemen. I believe we have a shortage. A lot of the computer technology, a lot of that is coming into play with our different switch gears, underground switch gears. It's becoming a really big field, and we have to have the electric. We have to have more kids. That's one reason we're out here, because we have to bring them in. We have to bring in more people, because we are going to lose a lot. I think about half of our workforce linemen in the United States will be retiring in the next 5 to 7 years or so.
Great opportunities for young people in Coweta County. Daryl Brown, lineman, Noonan Utilities. Thanks to Noonan Utilities, thanks to Coweta Fayette EMC, to Georgia Power, all our partners, Coweta County Water Authority. Thanks to everyone for being a part of this event. We appreciate what you do every day for our community.
Thank you very much. Thank y'all for letting us do this.
It's Flea Market Madness.
Flea Market Flip has great shows all summer on GAC.
Wow, that's pretty neat.
2 teams, here's your $500, here's your time clock. Let's go shop, go!
I have a vision.
Go find great things that you can reinvent.
We have to think outside the box.
I think you have a great idea.
Please work.
And then sell, people! Hopefully for a profit.
We got a deal.
You never know what you're gonna find.
Do you need a hand?
Flea Market Flip, Sunday night at 8, only on GAC.
Welcome back to Central Educational Center and Coweta Works. We're here with some of the energy and organization behind this great career expo for over 1,900 eighth graders in Coweta County. Cynthia Bennett, Vice President, Noonan Coweta Chamber of Commerce. Amanda Fields, Director, Existing Industries and Workforce Development, Coweta County Development Authority. Dr. Shawanda Jackson is the CTAE, the Career Tech Ag Ed Director for the Coweta County School System. Folks, thank you for the work that you've done to organize this event. It started with Cynthia and Amanda. How'd you get this idea?
I attended last year's National Convention for Chamber Executives, and I met the Gadsden, Alabama president. They do a similar expo. She shared the idea with me, and I came back and shared it with my colleague over at the Coweta Development Authority, and you couldn't wait to start it.
No, absolutely not. I knew it was something that we just absolutely had to do in this community. We're too excited about workforce development to let this opportunity pass us by.
Dr. Jackson, unique community here in Coweta, the ability of education and business to work together. What have you seen out of this entire effort for Coweta Works?
This is just a perfect event for our eighth graders. As a former middle school principal and currently director of CTAE, I just see the importance of the collaboration between the school system and business and helping our students prepare for the workforce. Excellent. The kids enjoyed it. It was an excellent event.
So, Cynthia and Amanda, why is it that business in Coweta County is so engaged with education? What's the upshot for business?
Certainly they are heard, and that's the most important thing. Business is a voice that educators in this county, in the Coweta County school system, takes very, very seriously. And probably over my years of living in this community, you've reached out to them first and asked, what can we do to build our community and make it stronger? So knowing that they are going to be heard, I think is an important part.
I think it's a lot to do with their knowing that this is where their future workforce is coming from, educating their future employees and knowing that they're able to offer some feedback into what the skills that they are going to need are going to be is huge. And being able to get to them in 8th grade is just a great opportunity for the 8th graders. It's a great opportunity for our businesses. And we saw a lot of them that recognized that opportunity.
Dr. Jackson, it works both ways. Why does education want to work with business?
Well, strong communities have great industry, and we have an educated citizenry. So having our students where they're educated to take these jobs in the community is only going to continue to build the community. That is why I think business and education have to work together.
Cynthia and Amanda, this is the first of what we hope is an annual event. Yes. An annual event. Can you give people a sense of how many businesses participated, how many volunteers participated? Talk a little bit about how long the planning time was, the research was to get this going.
We really launched this in September. We pulled together a committee of 4, and the leadership you were seeing on this presentation, but we also pulled together a group of world leaders, 10 individuals who represented different industries that exist in our community. Once that group was pulled together, we met every other week until November, and then the meetings occurred every week in order to pull off this activity. Each of those world leaders, and I love that. We all have this on the back of my shirt. May I turn around?
Absolutely.
Each of these world leaders then reached into their industry and invited representatives from their industry to participate in this expo. So that was the structure, that was the backbone of the expo. Now, it took a large number of volunteers.
So I think with the volunteers, Carol Ann Fields with Goodwill was our volunteer coordinator, but I think she wound up with about 75 over the course of 3 days because we had a setup day and then both of the event days. So I think we had about 75 people helping us, and they were from all walks of life in the community, and it was great to see another aspect of our community coming together to help with this event.
Dr. Jackson, what's the feedback that you're already hearing from principals, from teachers in our middle schools?
Only good. Teachers who have attended have talked about how great it was to see students with these hands-on exhibits. The principals have contacted me sharing that as teachers and students are coming back into the building, they are excited about the possibilities. Only positive that I've heard.
And to wrap up this segment, what are you hearing from business leaders in the community about being involved with this?
Well, one of the things that has been most fun is that they wish they had more time with the students. Yeah. They've asked, oh, we wish we had more time. You're not letting them stay with us long enough. They're engaged, and the business leaders are engaged. And so we're forging a whole new relationship between the adult world and our young adults.
I think that they're all just excited. We've gotten feedback from some that have already come back in, and they're already asking if we can have a meeting today to talk about next year's plans. So I think that they're excited. They're glad that they made the decision to join us for our first year with this event, which was a little bit of an unknown for them all. So I think that we are ready and willing and excited to do an event next year.
Cynthia Bennett, Amanda Fields, Dr. Shawanda Jackson, thanks for the great work that you've done. Thanks for, again, pulling our community together to do something unique. We are Prosperity's front door, and we are a great place to live, work, and invest in businesses. Thanks for being with us at Coweta Works at Central Educational Center.